XL Prime here, back with another video, and today this is going to be an unboxing, and I got this from Hasbro Pulse. I had this pre-ordered since October 9th, 2020, and it finally arrived yesterday, July 25th. I'm just curious how this is going to stack up. There we go. To another version of this that's already been out for a while. So let's get rid of that box. And this is another box. This is the Takara Tomy Generation Selects 12 Transformers. Yep. Product and sold in Japan. So, alright, I need a box cutter again. Oh, I already cut that. Okay. Yep. Safety first. So that's it for the box. We'll just show that off. And let's see something in there. Another box. So this is going to be the Takara Tomy version of the 35th anniversary Soundblaster with the Mercenary logo on his chest. So, with that being said, let's get a closer look at it. And so far I haven't reviewed Soundblaster on my channel, and I decided to wait and do this one first because this one I like. It's a little bit different. The chest is not all cracked and battle damaged as we got the other one, and I haven't even gotten a chance to open the Walmart exclusive one where you can see the battle damage is more severe and everything, and that kind of goes more with Soundwave from Siege to compare with this, while the other one is a little bit more animated accurate from the Netflix series. So there it is, 35th anniversary, very similar. Decepticon logo, should be a Mercenary logo, but hey, who's there to complain about? The artwork is going to be, let's take a closer look, the exact same. Decepticon logo, this is all the same, still pretty cool. And then on back of the box, it's the exact same thing. There's no Mercenary logo. Artwork is, yep, 100% the same. Take a look. Just want to compare one more side on that. Same thing. And now, let's open up this guy. I'll be right back. One thing I forgot to check was the bottom of the box, obviously. That is the other thing that is just different. I mean, I can't even read that language, so yeah, that's it. Set that one to the side. Let's open this bad boy up. We're gonna go underneath, so you can't see this, but should be okay. Right there. I'll just close that up for now. Let's see if we came with all the accessories. This looks great. Been waiting for this for a while. We get the different version. That's probably the same. And there we go. Box out of the way. And there we go. Still in its plastic prison. Yeah, backdrop, whatever. Instructions. There we go. Over here, looks great. I'll be right back. I'm going to do this part off camera. Let's get them all cleaned up. And here I have Soundblaster, Aryan and Cybertronian jet hover mode. Just going to go with that at the time being, but overall the colors, the silver, the black, the red, the gold like trim. I guess you could say it's a little bit of like an orange, maybe a little bit more orange like tint to it instead. But overall, I think the chest piece and everything looks fantastic. It's less battle damage versus the Soundwave version from Siege. So I think that's pretty cool. And we're going to just do a quick comparison between the two vehicles. They are the exact same thing. It's just the way you have these things angled and how they're on their hinges and how they're going to sit up and everything. One of mine is very loose, so it's going to look like a little awkward and everything, but overall the accessories are the same. We'll go over that in a little bit. Here's a side view, look pretty good. Back view one more time, we got that nice Mercenary logo, really Really like that, especially with these colors. They look fantastic. And there's one final look with that comparison. But overall, this is awesome. You still see the cockpit right there. It's red, clear plastic and everything. The canopy looks fantastic. The extra silver molded detail here, which is eventually these are going to transform into his legs. Look good. Underneath, it's just going to look like a landing gears right here. And these obviously move back and forth due to the transformation and everything like that. Looks great. The weapons tabs in right here. There's a little hole right there. Looks great. Weapon folds out just like that if you want, or you can just leave it single weapon like that. Then you're gonna take this one, if I can get it off. This is his blaster. Looks good. And finally the shoulder cannon for Soundblaster. Yep. Looks good. Nice molded detail. Red and the black. That little bit of silver for the peg. Looks good. And here I have Soundwave's weapons. I'm going to do one at a time. This one is Soundwave's, this one's Soundblaster's. They are the exact same color, same molded detail, and everything. So we'll just show that off. Looks good. Next up we have, wrong one. The shoulder mount. Same molded detail, just different color. We still have the red, but it's different, slight painted red and everything like that. Then we have the black and a brighter red over here for Soundblaster. And finally, but not least, and let's just pull this one out. There we go. Ready to go. Same thing. Same molded detail. So it's just a repaint. Let's just get these looking good. There we go. So, that being said, let's get this guy transformed and take a look at his robot mode. I'm just really anxious to see it. So we're going to take a look at the transformation for Soundblaster, and we're going to just start right here underneath. We're just going to fold his arms out. These are going to fold back like this. Going to bring his hand out. Fold this back as well. Looking pretty good. Then there's all these hinges and everything in here, so we're going to hinge right here. Double hinge. So we are going to do this. Fold them down just like that. These are going to come up here. And there's going to be a hole right here. It's hard to see because it's black right here. I'm going to go into these tabs right here. Same for this one. Just bring them up, fold them down in. Then you're going to pull back on this. This is where it becomes a double hinge type thing. You're going to fold this back first. You're going to bring up, oh, that's tough, stiff. Soundblaster's head. Looks great. Bring it back. Now this is where you got to get your other finger in here just to help. Hold that there. There we go. Fold that down. And before you push on anything, you want to bring these down. Just get these out of the way. And now you can push on this a little bit. Just make sure that's secure. Looks good. Bring his arms up. And there's a little tab right here. Goes into that slot right there. Locks in. Good to go. There's one arm. Two arms. Fold these back just like that. Fold these down. Looks great. So far he's coming together really well. So this is where you grab underneath here with your thumb. Should just slide right up. Fold. Bring the foot out. And do the other thing over here. Definitely a fun transformation to do, and there we have Soundblaster. Looks fantastic. And there's one thing I want to point out, that he does have that pointing finger, So you can do this gimmick. But the cool thing about this Soundblaster, versus I should say Soundwave, is that he can have 2 cassettes in at once, versus Soundwave can only have 1. They decided to give him the bigger chest, so when you're doing this, just give you an idea, you can see that his chest sinks right in when you got this big clunky piece right here sticking out more. So you can tell when they're both in robot mode, just to give you an idea. So it's pretty good. So like we said, and yes, this is the correct way for this thing. Sorry if anybody watched that video. It's one of my earlier ones, but that's the correct way. Oh. Darn hinges. So I really don't really care for this one, but it's a good example. Let's set one in. Then we got Rat-Bat. There we go. Let's have them in. Looks great. Set them in there just with him. Maybe Rat-Bat wasn't the best choice, because you know he gets a little clunky, but 2 are in. And that's where they get stuck. I'll be right back. And after a few seconds here, well, it's been like a couple minutes, I was able to get Rat-Bat and the Dr. Wu thing out. I'm going to try this one, the Autobot Nox. And even he's having some trouble getting in there, and he's supposed to be one of the easier ones to get in there. Let's try with the Dr. Wu one as well. This seems to be a little bit slimmer. Yeah, looks good. Okay, at least that works. There's the test. I just know that Rat-Bat and Wing Thing, for example, these guys, they are a little bit more like bigger compared to some of the other cassettes, so that's going to be something you just have to look out for yourself. And Nox is stuck in his chest, so he's just going to hang out there for the rest of the review, which is pretty cool. And I just want to bring in Soundwave for the rest of the size comparison here and everything like that. It looks pretty good. The differences are obviously Soundblaster has the bigger chest. He has the Mercenary logo. He has all of Soundblaster from the Walmart exclusive 35th anniversary colors and everything. All the exact same of the figure. The light piping is still there, except it's red, versus Soundwave over here has yellow and more battle damage on the chest. Decepticon logo. So overall, I think these guys are pretty cool. They both have the pointing finger or something else. They have this. Same design for the legs, just painted differently. And articulation is as follows. So you got the full 360 at the shoulder. You can go that far with it. The bicep swivel, more than 90-degree bend at the elbow. Wrist articulation is because of the transformation. No rotating around though, nothing like that. So there is that. Stiff joints, which is a good thing. That's why I'm having some trouble moving that, which is great. Waist is able to do a full 360, which is fantastic. The head is on a ball joint. He can nod up and down, do a full 360 as well. Let's get him around. Looks great. The legs are as follows. He can kick up to, actually this is on a pin right here, so this can move forward, so you can kick out. He has 90-degree bend at the knee. Let's see. Ankle articulation is, it's there. I like that. Fantastic. Like that. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else. The weapon on his shoulder can lean up and aim down. So there's a little bit of that right there. It's on a little bit of a hinge. So that's good. He can, So that's as far as he can look up, but if you lead him back, tilt his weapon up, he looks fantastic. So the other thing is, and he can take his finger and push to get his chest open, and there out comes the minions of his. So I think that's a nice touch. My final thoughts on Transformers Generation Selects, Takara Tomy, mall exclusive, Soundblaster. And this is the 35th anniversary exclusive. But just a slight difference. The less battle damage and Mercenary logo that make it a little bit more Netflix show accurate versus the Walmart exclusive that came with more heavy battle damage on his chest with a Decepticon logo. So those were the only two differences between the two figures. The other thing is, this is a repaint / retool from the Siege Soundwave figure, where he just gets a bigger chest and different paint, and that's about it. Nothing else. It is the exact same. The only gripe is with this figure is the gaps right here in his forearms. There's a little bit of gappage here and there. If you look around on the figure, like the back of his legs right here, that's real minor in there. That's not a big deal. It's just there is a set out there to get this covered up, so I'll be purchasing one of those to get this looking a little bit more, how could I put it, complete. But overall, this is fantastic. There's a lot of good things about it. You got the light piping here, looks great. He can hold two of his minions inside right now. Like I said, he's kind of stuck in there. I'll get him out. I'll pry him out with like pliers or something. Who knows? Something a little bit to get him out of there. The other thing is the colors and everything. The black and the red and the silver and this like orange. I'm going to say this is more like an orange color to me from what I can see. And it looks fantastic. Stands out. So this is a nice upgrade from the Siege Soundwave. So what are your thoughts on it? Did you decide to pick this one up and get this off at Hasbro Pulse, or did you decide to pass on it since it was a little pricey? I think it was $39.99 at the time when I pre-ordered, and by the time shipping and everything, it came out to like $52. So that's a lot of money just for a Voyager, but I'm happy I still got him. He's great in my collection. Can't go wrong with it. So with that being said, thank you for watching. Please remember to subscribe to my channel. Hit that like if you like this video, and leave a comment. Did you decide to pick him up, or did you decide to pass on? Did you go with Toy Hacks or not? Or did you just stick with the Siege Soundwave, which I gotta say is still a great figure in my opinion. So that's it for the review. Thank you for watching. One final thing you can do, you can take all three accessories, combine them together to this, and you get this ultimate piece of crap that just don't do this. Enough said.